Hello my darlings, hope you're all doing well. Blush Lily here. And in this reading we're going to be having a little chat with your future self to find out what it is that you want to say to you. Okay? 3 options for today's reading. Option number 1, clear quartz. Option number 2, labradorite. And option number 3, the sandstone. See which one you're drawn to. Don't overthink it. And let's go ahead and get started. My lovely option number 1. And welcome to your reading, guys. As I'm shuffling the cards, say your name out loud in your head. Helps you better connect to the energies of the reading. Alright, so your future self. First, I want to ask about the timing over here, if we can get it. So the future self is coming from when? Oh, this is very interesting. This is the future self that wants to have a chat with you from a different life path. This is very interesting. Okay. Let's talk about this. So there's something about definitely needing to consider choosing a different path. Like you want to tell yourself that there's something different. Because it feels like something that you want, something that you are trying to manifest, something that's yours. I want to say yours with a capital Y. It happens after some sort of change of course. Let me see what this oracle has to say. Yeah, look at you. This is gorgeous, guys. So it almost feels like, give me a second, I'm just trying to dive, do something with this powerful energy to decode it. Because see, you're very, very powerful. And it's almost like you've been giving your power away to something or someone. It feels like there might be people surrounding you that are constantly making you doubt yourself. And there's something about thriving. Guys, over here, I want to say for a lot of you, it's a different environment. It's a different environment. And for the majority of you, it's a different country. It's a different city. It's a different, I want to say, different quality of air. Different social status, different opportunity, different possibility, different people, different languages. There's something about, if you have been thinking about relocating, or you've recently relocated, it's about opening up that potential that it has for you. This is what your future self wants you to know. Right? If you relocated and you're struggling a little bit, or you're kind of in between places, they're saying like that change in long term is going to be very good for you. You're telling yourself. And if you're stuck somewhere and you're trying to manifest, if you're trying to grow roses, basically on a concrete floor, your future self is saying, listen, it doesn't matter how hard you work, how many seeds you plant, it's concrete floor. It's not going to sprout. It's not going to work, right? So your future self is kind of paying your attention to a different way of doing something, because the amount of years, the amount of effort and time you've put in trying to make something grow in the soil that's not meant for it, it's making you question your abilities. And they're like, listen, even the best of painters can't paint without paints, can't paint in the dark. You know what I mean? It's like missing certain things. Yeah, you can get some sort of progress, and yes, you can break the concrete floor, and yes, of course, you can do something in the dark, but it's not your full potential. So here your future self is coming through to let you know that whatever it is you're manifesting, it feels like it's in a different place. There's nothing wrong with you. You just don't have the tools. You don't have the possibilities that a lot of other people have. And it has something to do again with traveling, with maybe location, relocation, If you're not planning to travel, guys, this could be talking about literally changing the scenery. When we're talking about work, when we're talking about your apartment, even sometimes when we change the area of the city, it can already have a really big impact. But I also feel a lot of you're misunderstood and there is not enough support when we're talking about your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations. And maybe you yourself, you're just not feeling too inspired or too motivated because, like I said, when you do something over and over again and it just doesn't happen and it doesn't work and you're like, well, am I doing something wrong? And the answer is no, you're just doing it in the wrong place, right? It doesn't say anything about the level of your skill. It just says that, the environment isn't right. The soil isn't fertile. So I am getting this energy where your future self is saying, listen, you're fabulous, but you're just in the wrong place. So it's almost like it's time to get moving. It's time to, because here what I'm seeing is like you guys are about to erupt, right? And this is not necessarily, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's also not a really good thing. I mean, we could use the anger, that energy of love, that I want to say, okay, anger again, to motivate us, but also it's very draining and it can be very destructive as well. So it's almost like maybe you might get into this destructive energy and get rid of connections that you need, or basically destroy something that you didn't want to destroy because you're just in this energy of mass destruction. Because you're so pissed off, you're so upset, you're like, oof. So it's very much about preventing that burnout. Because sometimes when we can't channel this energy of anger, we turn it inwards and then it becomes self-criticism and it's very difficult to get out of this energy. So it's best not to get into it in the first place. There's also something I want to mention over here, guys, especially for those of you who have been trying to find a significant other, find a partner, find a soulmate, a kindred spirit, if you will. For a lot of you, it kind of feels like that person is in a different place, in a different location. And again, this is a general reading, guys, but I do feel like, maybe you're next to the wrong person. And maybe it's time for you to kind of admit that to yourself. Your future self is kind of smiling and hugging you and saying, I know it's hard, and I know you want to keep on trying, and I know you want to keep on believing. But again, if it leads to a lot of unfulfilled energy and a lot of anger and resentment that you turn inwards because you think that you don't deserve better or whatever, or you keep absorbing that energy and you keep making up excuses for them, for their behavior, it just might explode. They're saying it's not worth it. Basically saying you can't make someone love you or respect you if they don't want to, if they don't know how to, when you explained it over and over and over again. So this is something very important. It's quite difficult, but this is something that's definitely worth it. One more card over here, my darlings. When it comes to your future self, the message you have for you. Oh my God. They're like, life can be so different, baby. Life can be so different. So from that different path, you're coming to let yourself know that you're very happy. and very free as well. Free, liberating, happy. You're not rushing anywhere. I like that energy. You know, when we're constantly like that fear of missing out, that fear of, oh, have I done everything? I still have so much to do. Am I not missing out on something? You are just being in the moment over here, and you're literally stopping to smell the roses, maybe to witness, to view the sunflowers, to enjoy just a nice day out in the sun. And they're saying that you can be as successful and happy. And this is something incredibly important. And a lot of you guys might have been seeing a lot of fives lately, because 5 is coming through very strongly. 5 is not the best number in numerology, we know that. It's about conflict, it's about tension, it's about difficult energy, hence the volcano. However, from it, something good comes. And I love this energy of the sun. Especially if you guys have been manifesting freedom, abundance, and quite possibly independence when we're talking about money. But I see that you're happy. And of course, when we're talking about the sun, we're talking about flirty energy. We're talking about passion. We're talking about, going out on dates and all of those other exciting things when it comes to your love life. And, just enjoying people's company and then taking your time and choosing the right person for you. Making sure it's mutual, making sure that you're happy with that person and you're not waiting to be happy with that person. Okay, my lovely option number 1. That's what I see for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading and it resonated. If you're up for a personal read, all you gotta do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below this video. If you are looking for more content, additional discounts, make sure to check my Patreon page out. You'll find the link to it also in the description box below. All right, my darlings, take care of your beautiful selves. Bye now. My lovely option number 2. And welcome to your reading, guys. Get comfy. As I'm shuffling the cards, say your name out loud or in your head. Helps you better connect to the energies of the reading. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at when your future self is coming from. Okay. So there are 3 important messages that are coming through over here. There's one for this week, and this is a timeless reading, guys. The one that's coming in a couple of weeks, few weeks. And then the one that's coming of December of the year, whenever you guys are watching this. All right, let's do it that way. Interesting. So what's the important message from your future self this week? Time for magic. Time to bring things together. This is your time to shine. There's something about, guys, whatever it is that you're doing, don't dim your light. This is not the time to act shy. Your future self is saying, okay, you are a magician. You know it. You know you got the skills to pay the bills. You know you have what it takes to have a really good comeback. And if you have an important presentation this week, they're saying that you're going to ace it. Things like if you've been waiting to apply for something, visa or whatever, a loan or anything, guys, this is the time to do it. They're saying like the next 3 to 7 days. This is the time to do it, to go for it. Some of you guys might be 37, life path number 3701. And this is a very, very important message, guys, because they're saying like this week, it's time to shine. It's time to take action. It's like, even if you are exhausted, even if you guys feel like you can't do this anymore, your future self is kind of saying, hold on for a little bit longer. because this week you actually have a chance to really impress somebody, to showcase your talents. It feels like something is right in the air. It's something about divine timing. And your future self from the end of the week is saying, listen, you're sitting here, grinning from ear to ear, telling yourself that you are thankful for not giving up, for doing something that maybe feels brave and like you're really proud of yourself, guys, over here. And they're saying, like, you've discovered a new part of yourself that has to do with negotiation, that has to do with charm, that has to do with charisma, that has to do with just going like, F it, I'm going to go ahead and do it, right? So there's definitely this energy of you feeling yourselves, honestly, in such a beautiful, beautiful way. I absolutely love it. Also, it does all come through with some sort of discovery over here. So if you are connected to research, if you guys are connected to analytics, there's some sort of aha moment that's coming through, right? A breakthrough when, like, I don't know, some sort of algorithm wasn't working, or I don't know, there was some sort of issue, and they're saying, like, by the end of the week, it's going to be resolved. It's going to be resolved. And for some of you, there's this message where you're going to be invited to a photo shoot of some sort. And they're also saying, go for it. Go for it. Especially like for stock photography and things like this. Like some of you, you're going to get that message. Okay. A few weeks later, let's go ahead and take a look at what's happening over here. The message from your future self a few weeks later. Okay, love it. For some of you, it's time to meet the parents. Because here your future self is saying that don't worry. Don't worry. This is a specific message, guys, for those of you who have maybe started dating somebody, or you haven't met your parent, like the parents of your significant other. It's time to meet the parents. It's time to meet the friends. Yeah. There's some sort of really, really pleasant interaction, and you guys might be worried a little bit about, are you going to fit in? Are you going to feel accepted? Are you going to say something silly and then regret it? Your future self is saying, no, absolutely not. It could be some sort of family function over here where people you haven't met before, but are in one way or another, they're important to you. Their opinion matters. Your future self is definitely coming through over here to let you know you'll be more than just fine. It's looking really, really good. There's some interesting conversations that are happening. At the beginning, it might feel a little bit awkward, but then as the time goes by, we got the bright colors, we got the roses, we got the plants over here. So it kind of feels like, the connection is very good, very strong. There's pleasure with friends that's definitely coming through. So your future self is saying, listen, in a couple of weeks, and there is going to be an opportunity to go out and do something. And maybe if you, again, have been feeling like an introverted introvert, you might be like, nah, I don't know. But it's actually going to do your world of good. And my darlings, for those of you who are single and you're looking for somebody, this could be a very good chance where your future self is coming through to say, listen, it's time to get into the romance. It's time to start getting excited about, going out on dates again and things like this, because you're kind of hinting that you might be meeting somebody over here with a mutual spark. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the December of this year. What's the message there? Wow. Here, I almost want to give you a big, big hug, because here you are crying the tears of relief and joy, and there's something that has happened and it's over, like something difficult, something incredibly difficult, guys. Because here what I'm seeing is this energy of finally having turned into this beautiful butterfly from that cocoon, yeah, from the caterpillar. It's breaking free. There's something literally, guys, over here where you're so relieved, you're so happy. I don't usually say things like this, but it feels like, you know, if somebody close to you was not feeling well and you were worried, or maybe you aren't feeling well, you aren't feeling well right now, health-wise, well-being-wise, there's such a beautiful relief of being free of something, you know? Or hearing that somebody who's important to you is being free of something. And there's so much happiness, it's like a weight off of your shoulders. Like a very, very difficult part of your life is over. And for a lot of you, December this year, your future self is coming through saying that you're getting ready for new horizons. There's something about a new place, something that's unexplored. You might be packing your bags over here, guys. Your future self is saying that, you know, this is it. This is the time for the new chapter. This is the time for a new outlook. It's an end of a hostile situation, guys. So for some of you, you know, you might get like your papers, your divorce papers. You might make peace with like a family member. There's something very, very important where they're saying like you might burn a couple of bridges, but the main bridge of you to you will now become visible, of you to your happiness, of you to your love. I really like that energy. Let me see what else is coming through for December, because it feels big. You now see. How interesting. They're saying you now see, because also what is coming through over here, guys, I feel like for a lot of you, your future self is saying your psychic abilities are going to be very, very strong over here. Incredibly strong. And people are going to be watching you. There's something about fame and popularity that's coming through. If you guys are interested in, you know, becoming famous, becoming popular, something that has to do with music or acting or things like this, or having like, you know, more of a presence on social media, this December, they're saying that you have a lot of eyes on you. A lot of eyes on you. And you're like in this energy of getting ready to create. You have a lot of ideas in your head. You have a lot of like inspiration that's pushing you forwards. Absolutely love this energy. All right, my lovely option number 2. That's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading and it resonated. If you're up for a personal one, all you have to do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below the video. And in that same place, you'll also find the links to my Patreon page with over 170 exclusive videos, additional discounts on personal readings, and much, much more. So make sure to check it out. All right, my darlings, take care of your beautiful selves then. Bye. My lovely option number 3, and welcome to your reading, guys. Get comfy. As I'm shuffling the cards, say your name out loud in your head. Helps you better connect to the energies of the reading. Now then, let's go ahead and ask your future self from which time period they're coming from. Quick reminder that this is a timeless reading, but let's see. Okay, so you want to have a chat with yourself coming back a few months, right? So here I'm saying 2 to 3 months. Okay. Let's see what the message is. What is it that you need to know? That you found this video, you chose this particular crystal, and now you're sitting here, you're listening to my voice guide you on this journey. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Wow. So here the message for you, my darlings, is hope is your beacon and hope is your light. It will get bright. It can't always be night. I don't know, are you guys poets or is it just me rhyming? You have this beautiful energy over here. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. It's very soft. Some of you guys could be Sagittarius. But I'm definitely talking to your side that is losing hope. That's feeling lost. That's feeling overwhelmed. And your future self is coming through to let you know that you're in a place of zen. You're in a place of being very calm. You're in a place where your mind, body, and soul have gone through a particular restoration process, and you're planning to keep going. This talks about fulfillment. Now, for some of you, you might be getting a cat or a dog over here. There's some sort of furry companion. So if you've been planning to do that, in the next couple of months, it's going to manifest, it's going to happen. But what I like is that energy of tranquility that I get from this card. It very much reminds me of the Temperance and Tarot. But I'm also seeing lilies. I'm getting that energy of the full moon. I'm getting connection to the feminine. Connection to the intuition. And finding a way to restore yourself. This is very important. Another thing that's coming through over here, guys, is nutrition, sports, wellness. Like you're feeling much better. You're eating much better. You're sleeping much better. And the most important thing is that hope is back. Your hope is back. It's stronger than ever. Also, if you, my darlings, are on the lookout for your soulmate and you're one of those powerful people who have the ability to connect with a person telepathically, if you will, yeah, on a soul level. Sometimes you just know, sometimes you just connect. They're telling me over here that the connection is stronger because you can feel it coming. You can feel it getting closer. A lot of you might have been seeing a lot of 4s lately, 11s, 411. And look at the amount of colors when we're talking about this particular door, about this particular card. You're telling yourself that in the next couple of months, what seemed to be grey and lifeless is now vibrant and full of joy. You know what I'm seeing, guys, and I'm hearing art therapy. Could be that you went into art therapy or you're planning to go into art therapy. There's something about like colors, and they're also showing me like colors on your plate, you know, when you have the berries and you have the veggies and you have all sorts of really good things that really nourish you. So you're nourishing your body, you're nourishing your soul, you're more connected to your intuition than you've ever been. There's something about doing some sort of rituals. You're very in that beautiful energy of creation, of manifestation. By the way, a lot of you, my darlings, not only are you manifesting the love of your life, but you're also manifesting very good opportunities to earn some money. Yeah, some very good money. But you're no longer running after that money, you're no longer chasing it. You're just creating opportunities and you're taking the necessary steps without that fear of losing, without that fear of missing out. Yeah, and I do see a lot of you, you went into art therapy, guys. Into some sort of painting or something else that is creative, but I keep seeing colors. So I do feel for some of you, it's like a hint to go somewhere or to change your surroundings to a more brighter place, a more vibrant place, a more interesting place. Let me see what else comes through a few months later. And again, we have another 4 over here. Now, they're telling me that a lot of enemies, or frenemies, if you will become visible. You're telling yourself not to fool yourself, not to make excuses for other people's behavior. You're telling yourself that, you know, even though it feels all calm and peaceful and serene, you know with your intuition that there are people in your surroundings that will strike whenever they have the opportunity. And here you're telling yourself again not to kid yourself and not to waste time with this nonsense. Like you're literally telling yourself, don't waste time with this nonsense. You found a safer place over here. And for some of you, you know, it could be a different, I want to say even apartment building, you know. For others of you, this is a different company, different office. But it's kind of like they're saying there's loads and loads of alligators, you're telling yourself. And there's no point in trying to fight them or prove something to them. They are the way that you are. But you made a choice. That's why you're feeling much better. Because you no longer have to worry about alligators snapping something while you're not looking. Okay, really quickly, guys, I do feel like there's another message when it comes to timing. Let me see. It feels like there's something else that you want to say to yourself. Let me see what comes through. Yeah, there's something about in a year. Let me see what's in a year. Family, love, happiness, communication, getting the food ready. Getting the food ready. There's loads and loads of flowers over here. And I feel like Like with my third eye, honestly, I'm imagining a kitchen and, the food is being prepared and like maybe families are meeting, there are people meeting one another. What I'm seeing is a cozy place, a cozy apartment, and maybe like a first meeting of somebody because they feel a little bit restrained. They do have like the kind of that guarded posture. But it feels like it's the beginning of a relationship that evolves in such a beautiful way, in such a beautiful and gorgeous and organic way. Something that's going to last for a very, very long time over here, guys. This is definitely what's coming through. But family, comfort, love, romance, introductions, this is what you're telling yourself. And it's almost like, you're missing over here. You'll be sitting over here. You're out there taking a picture. You want to remember this moment. You're happy over here. Because it feels like you're home. This is something I wanted to add. It feels like you're home. All right, my lovely option number 3. I believe that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you're up for a personal reading, all you have to do is send me an email. The email's in the description box below this reading, this video. Also, you'll find my Patreon page, the link to my Patreon page in the description box below. Over 170 exclusive videos, additional discounts, and much, much more. So make sure to check it out. All right, my darlings, take care now. Bye.